They're all popping in.
Wow.
Hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We are the FOMO Squad with our special guest, Cait from Cait's Comics today on Instagram. Oh, I just realized, I didn't link anybody's anything in the description of this one. I'll have to do that after. But I am Nate from Hollywood Comics. I am joined by Dope of Dope Comics, Cait from Cait's Comics, and Eric from Side Quest. We're excited. 3 of the 4 of us are headed to Heroes Con. So
what's wrong with you, Cait?
I know. I really do.
Everybody's going.
Fly there or something.
All the cool kids are going.
They are.
And me. All right, so it is Tuesday. Claws up.
My claws.
Got my big nasty can koozie.
That one.
Yeah.
Get a good crisp.
I
only had competition, unfortunately.
Oh, that's good. That's same size can.
Very manly.
I appreciate people just playing along.
Yeah.
However you can. Well, what? You got the black cherry, nice. I got the pineapple.
I couldn't wait till this
You're not
weekend,
feeling
guys.
the pineapple?
I don't like the pineapple.
I couldn't wait. I dove into the grape.
I've got to have a grape this weekend that you've got. I got the big.
I got 2 cases, so
they sell grape.
It's a new flavor, yeah.
Well, I got a big brownie pack case. It's got 6 different kinds in it.
Did you get the Costco one?
I got the Walmart one. So
okay, I got the Costco one, and it has green apple. So there's 4 green apples.
Green apple.
I'm saving those for you guys so we can try it together.
Are we gonna trade like Pokemon?
We can trade
cards?
like baseball cards. Because I don't like the lime, and you like the lime.
I do like the lime. Like, that's what's going to happen. Eric's going to end up with all the grape. I'm going to end up with all the lime.
The citrus seems to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, I got some of those for you then.
All right.
Tangerine and
I'll even sign one.
We got folks in
Stickers
here. Let's say hey to the people who came to watch our nonsense today. So
hey,
Derek Neiman saying that Cait can't show any Harley books tonight. Sorry, Cait. Find something different to show. This is Peter, a new friend of mine, a friend of Jeff from Comic Spa. Someone with a lot of comic book knowledge, guys. There's my brother-in-law, Frank Lloyd Wrong.
Frankie.
Who let this guy in here?
Dang, I went to show.
There is Rich from Big Nasty Comics. Another Heroes got someone we're gonna see on Thursday, probably.
I got my Big and Rich shirt packed.
There you go.
Nice. Christopher Parker with a FOMO Squad symbol.
I wish Chris was going. I asked him. He can't make it.
NYC Collector. It would be nice to see him. It would also be nice to see this guy, Chonko.
I asked Chonko, like, come on, Chonko.
Mm-hmm. I just
Chonko too.
Top secret, but his package is in the mail now. I dropped it off today. So there is my friend Eric Himbo. Thanks for joining us, buddy. K Munin. It's just not a live stream if this guy doesn't show up.
Hey.
If I have there's Robbie Josephs. Hey,
Robbie.
And Matt from Impressed Comics.
I was just talking to Matt tonight.
I spoke with him a little bit too.
I've never spoke to him.
Well, you're going to. He's going to be there. Michael. A lot of people saying hey to each other. This guy and his grape.
That freaking Limor.
There's Matt. Matt just had Lyle on his stream. Oh, Steven. Collecto 6 is here. Doug, the comic collector coach. My gosh, guys, there's so many people.
No, everybody's jumping in.
There is JSS, John the Best, Blue Wrench. Get out of there, girl.
Hey.
You're on the panel. Hey, Up and Adams here. What's up, dude? Just saw Chonko posted the art piece that he did for him. Looks really good.
You know, it's funny. Adam was working on that drawing at the same time I was doing almost an identical drawing. And luckily, I kind of was lagging a little bit. And then I found out that he did that. I was like, boy, glad I didn't get as far as I thought I would.
So Matt says we'll be tired of him by the end of the weekend. Well, mean, Dope's going to be tired of people by Thursday night.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm just going to have a camera on him.
You're liable to wake up Saturday morning and just see brake lights flying down the road.
Oh, you know what? Why didn't we think of this? We should be mixing our White Claws together for like flavor combos.
Oh my god.
We could
Sounds
come up
like a
with
show.
Skittles Mega Berry or whatever.
maybe I could like pineapple if I mixed it with something else.
Some coconut.
Well, we
Oh,
do
coconuts.
sit. Sometimes we talk a lot behind the scenes, and we were like pairing them with like foods. Like this goes good with chocolate, the raspberry, and then if you're going to eat Mexican, you got to have the lime, and if you're going to eat this, you got to have peach. So
That is funny. This is someone who I know from chat, but he just started a channel, Mark's Issues with Archie Comics, and
sub that guy up.
it is Archie centric, and he has a lot of like really cool Archie art on the background. Cait, I know you're an Archie fan like I am.
Now I gotta go subscribe.
Yeah, go check out Mark's Issues with Archie Comics, because I don't think he has issues with Archie Comics. I just think he has issues of Archie Comics. He has a lot. And yeah, so there we go. Grape and lime, grime. I like it.
Trademark that.
So we are going to Heroes. We are really excited, but Dope, I liked your idea for tonight to just kind of, everybody bring some books that you love, and we'll just kind of take turns. We'll round robin. We'll show some books off. This is like, for me anyway, when I went digging after you said this, I looked for stories that I really liked, or not.
I didn't dig. I'm breaking rules already. I just got piles next to me, so I'm just grabbing from the pile.
Eric,
come on.
Doing.
What about the spirit of things? No, it's okay. You've been busy, man. You've been working like 6 days a week.
I tried to get today off to finish getting ready. Yeah, that didn't happen. So
yeah. So,
you
but you're off to.
mode.
Are you off tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow because we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow because we're going to stop halfway.
I read the text there.
Yeah. Maybe go to the Mothman Museum.
Nate. Read your text, Nate.
What's that?
Read your text. He told us that earlier.
I thought we were all leaving on Thursday. I can't keep up with everything.
I'm going to drive by you too.
The Forbidden Claw.
I don't normally need Claw's help to forget math, but that'll be helping.
So I'm leaving at like, I timed it out from it's almost a 10-hour drive for me. So I know I'm going to have to stop a couple of times. So I'm leaving at like 6 a.m. on Thursday.
See, I got an additional 3 hours to use.
Right.
So.
Yeah. You've got a longer drive, and Dope, you said you're leaving at 7.
I'm leaving at 5:30, but I drive about 55 miles an hour on the interstate. So I'm going to be like this with my arm out. I'm in no hurry.
That just shocks me.
I will stop and eat barbecue. I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry.
Well, I'm stopping at a Buc-ee's. Like, I don't care.
You gotta do it.
When we went to North Carolina my sister-in-law lives down there. When we went last time, we went into Buc-ee's, and my wife and son kind of had an anxiety attack with how many people were in there. And I was like, I want a brisket sandwich. And they ran away. And so I didn't get my brisket sandwich. And I told them, I was like, I'm going to the beef jerky bar. I'm getting a jerky sandwich. I'm buying whatever Buc-ee's has. So I'm working in a Buc-ee's break.
They got 2 brisket sandwiches. Get the slab. They got a slab and a pulled.
See, that's what I would totally get the slab. I wouldn't want a pulled.
Dried out. Because and what it is, that's when they lay that on that block bread, they chop it up. That's all the pieces that fall off. They just scrape up and make a pulled sandwich out of it. So you're just getting bits.
No way. I don't want that. There's Brian.
Local comic stud.
We're going to be seeing that guy, the local comic star.
Yeah, I'll see it.
I said local comic stud.
I did too.
Oh, I said, no, he did. Did you say stud?
Yeah.
Like that. I said star. Stud's way sexier.
He knows. And we got him a prize coming too, right?
We do. Yeah. We're bringing some surprises. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I got surprises for you guys.
My car is going to be so freaking full. Like before I even get there, like just so much stuff.
It's pretty bad when you go to a con. You have to get like a 4-door. There may be just one of you in there, but you need a 4-door just to carry all that stuff.
I'm renting a car and I hope it ain't a Beetle. So we'll see what it is.
I was watching 3 Men in a Basement. They had a stream the other day about because Chin Mo and Noah from Broke Boy Comics, they're driving all the way from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But that's what they were talking about, was like they're gonna fill that car, like they're going empty, but they're gonna fill it on the way back. And I think they have to bring stuff back for other people who are flying.
You know what got me? I got a rental car from Enterprise, and it was $75 for like the economy version or whatever. And you get to go there and pick one out of the row. I get to do that tomorrow at 1:00. But anyway, I was on the interstate, and right in front of me was one of those small U-Hauls, and on back of it said $19.95 a day.
Yeah.
And I think I should have just got a U-Haul. I could have drove that down there for $20 a day. I could have filled it up. We could have went to eat in it. It'd have been awesome. Just have a little U-Haul.
Yeah, you could have saved money and just put a sleeping bag in the back.
Yeah, $20 a day. $19.95 with a boat edge.
We got Robbie writing rhyming chants for us here. I love it. Nate and Cait are great. Dope inside. Can't be denied.
Right.
No.
Put that on the back of your shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Urban poet.
All right. Who wants to start us off? Who wants to show a book first? We'll just go round robin.
Yeah, just go round robin. I'm going to reach over for my piles. One of them.
Cait, I mean, do you want to go first? You're the guest, ladies first. And we like the stuff you bring.
I'm going to go with probably my favorite story. I got Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This is issue 1. And this one is going to be particularly special in a few months.
Yes.
I'm going to Terrificon, and I'm hoping to meet Tom King, who was announced, so he could sign this. I don't normally get too much stuff signed, but he's got to be my favorite current writer. So, and this is my favorite story by him. So I feel like you got to do it.
That's awesome. I didn't know he was going to be there.
Yep. Recently announced, and I was like, oh, him and I'm hoping to meet Connor and Paul Miotti. Just
Very
another
cool.
Harley creators. So that'll be pretty dope. And luckily enough, my book club also chose this for next month. So I'll be able to chat away about it with a bunch of people who are experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah, I want to give that one a reread. That is it's just a great story. If people haven't read that, I can't recommend it enough. Cait, have you read Tom King's Vision miniseries?
I have not read Vision yet. I know I need to.
That's really good too. JSS has a question for you, Cait. What is your favorite title, and what was your first read?
First read, like as a kid, I don't really know what it would have been. It would either have been like a G.I. Joe or an Archie digest from my grandma's house, or but my first like read back into comics was, it's not the classiest title. It was the Harley Quinn Eat Bang Kill Tour. That's really what got me back into the game. I
got a lot of us back into the game.
It was a tie-in, and I was like, gotta read that. Can't pass on that title, and that got me into it again.
That's awesome. That Supergirl is actually, it's on my list to find too. I have the hardcover.
I want to get the hardcover of that.
But I would love to have the first issue. You know, it's.
I would wait a couple weeks, but
epic cover.
Great cover, great book.
Yeah. And if you don't know this artist, her work is
really good,
amazing every time.
Eric,
you ready?
I'm ready. Rule breaker.
No. I just wanted to flash it and tease you a little bit. How could you forget that?
I can't believe I forgot Kroll.
Cait, have you ever seen this movie?
I have not, no.
This is epic. It's epic 80s at its glory.
Yeah.
Anyway, that wasn't my pick. So,
Dope, have you seen Kroll?
It's been a long, long time. They all start playing together. You watch all the Mo Barbarian movies.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to start with this one. Now, I picked books actually that I'm hoping to get some of these signed at Heroes. So that's my little theme that I'm going with, and I'm sticking to it. But I do like all these. These are all favorites. Why would I pick them to get signed? But I'm going to jump with this one. It's a New Universe one by Jim Shooter. I absolutely loved this one when it came out, so I'm hoping to get this one signed by Jim Shooter. one of the ones. We'll see. I kind of have a list of creators I'd like to get signed, but yeah, this one was late 80s, the whole new universe, creating it. All these, generally, I think they all ran close to 2 years in the new universe. And this was the one that was my favorite because it was very similar to the X-Men. They're a team of, I don't think they were called mutants or anything like that. They just had powers. So, yeah.
It's a great cover.
I like the police line. And the last issue of the series, they did a kind of a tribute to this issue, but to show how they all changed and like different team members and all that. It was kind of neat.
What was the like plot of DP7? Like I remember Starbrand and a couple.
I think it was a lot of it was the government was basically tracking down these people that had these abilities. And DP7 basically was they were in a facility that they were kind of basically trying to teach them how to use their powers and not just go Nova type of thing.
Okay.
But then it turned out that the government wanted to turn them into like, secret agent or, kind of your elite soldiers. And so a lot of them, the team was trying to break out against the government. So very similar to mutants. They were being hunted down by the government.
Right.
But yeah, when they couldn't get control, they became fugitives. So
I got 2 questions. One, how many issues of that is there?
I think it went 24 issues.
Something like that, yeah.
And second, with your artist eye, where are you thinking about the signature? Right over the trade?
Yeah, probably.
Where that orange carpet is, maybe?
I think right about here, maybe, because you can see it the best. Yeah, this is one of those issues too. When I see it, I buy them. It's just one of my favorite ones. They're usually pretty cheap too. So,
and Steven, we don't all have to like the same things. It's okay. Growing up in the 80s.
I think that's the only one that I went all the way through with. I mean, I had some that I had to find, but the other ones, I think I only made it 5 issues, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm out.
I do. I appreciate JSS dropping a link for Krull. He's doing the Lord's work there. Dope. What's your first book?
Well, I like to lay in my bed at night and think. I'm a thinker. I'm always thinking about crap. And if I read a good book, I'm always thinking about this book. There's times, even with TV shows, I don't like to go ahead and just binge watch stuff. I'll watch one episode and I think about it for a week before I watch the next one because I got to have that water cooler talk. And this book right here really made me think, and I think about it a lot, but this is number 19 of Ice Cream Man. And I don't know if any of you've read any Ice Cream Man, but the first
not only you thinking for sure.
My wife's been getting the trades of this.
The first part of the book is this kid, and he used to slip out his window of his neighborhood, and he wanted to be a ghost. So this book's to teach you how to be a ghost. And he runs around his city with this sheet on his head, just watching the sunset and doing all kinds of stuff and wishing he was a ghost. Well, then it fast forward to whenever he's older, and he's at work, and he does all this sales, and nobody pays him any attention, and nobody gives him his props, and his boss don't know he exists. And then he goes to the store, gets groceries, and the girl on the counter, she's playing with her phone and don't see him. And then he goes home, and his kids don't like him, and they don't notice him. And his wife's ran off with she's got a yoga teacher, and she's all going to see the hot yoga teacher and don't pay him any attention. So he actually becomes a ghost. And the whole book's like, be careful what you wish for, basically, because he becomes a ghost. And
I think there was an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where they're all dressed as Halloween costumes, and Willow was a ghost, and they get turned into what their costumes were. So she became invisible to a lot of people.
Well, I feel that way as older now because I got a 17-year-old girl and a 14-year-old son, and I come home and they're both in their room playing their games. My wife's doing her thing. I'm over here. It's like you don't even exist until they need money or something, But it is almost like a ghost world these days, Nobody notices you at work, It's kind of like it was like that with Plastic Man, everybody laughing at him when he was at work.
No one listening to him. That was I didn't pull Plastic Man, but it was on my list of things I thought about. My first one is going to be issue number here. It's Action Comics 544. This is the one of the anniversary issues.
Yeah.
Now, it's notable because it's the first appearance of Lex Luthor's power armor, and it's the new Brainiac when he goes from being like the green guy to the computer guy.
Okay.
But what I actually like about this is the Lex Luthor story. He ends up on this planet where at one point he had like a wife, and so he ends up back on this place where his wife was. And of course, when he's on Earth, he's like, I've got to kill Superman. But when he goes back to this planet, he's like, he's happy. He's the opposite of a ghost dope. Like, he feels seen, he feels appreciated. And I don't want to spoil the story, but it's like, it's really good. Like, he steps up, and the planet needs a hero, so he steps into like the Superman role, but he's Lex Luthor, so he's using his mind and his power armor. It ends in absolute tragedy, and you feel really bad for him. So I was really shocked how much I liked it. There's two stories. It's a like a square bound. It's a thick book, but the Lex Luthor story is excellent. It's really well done. Good art, a lot of good artists on this too.
Neil Adams on the cover? It looks like him.
It's not. It's Gil Kane and Dick Giordano. But yeah, there's a ton of artists. Let's see, Carrie Bates, Kurt Swan, Marv Wolfman, Gil Kane, George Perez, Ed Hannigan. Lots of great artists on this one. And yes, Eric, I think it was a tie to Lexor. It was, I can't remember the girl's name. I leafed through this before we went live, but I just remember this really, like this one really, very rarely do I feel like they humanize villains during that era, especially, right?
Yeah.
Like, they do it more now, but for an older book, I thought that was pretty cool. So that was my first one. Round 2, fight.
So the next one is another of my favorite reads as well. Harleen by, and I'm gonna butcher the creator, Stepan Sejic, maybe. It is one of the DC Black Label stories with like a reimagining of Harley and a bit on the Joker's like origins, and it's like a more mature, I would say, storyline than typical, and really leaves you with that question of what is good, what is evil, and kind of what's the reality around us. And if you haven't read this, it's just 3 issues, and it's got a trade paperback of it. The art is amazing. Highly recommend.
Cool. Thanks, Cait.
All right, I dug old for this one. So this one is man, I'm going all back to my early collecting days here with some of these picks. So this one is Captain Atom #1 by one of my favorites, Pat Broderick. So
yes, Pat Broderick.
He did so many titles in the 80s. Firestorm was one. He did part of the Green Lantern, the newer series in the late 80s. I absolutely loved his style. He kind of was one of those artists that did the line work that I was very intrigued by. He defined shade by cross-hatching or a thickness of lines and stuff. So super, super into this series. I still have to finish finding this series. I'm having a hard time finding the end of it.
The later ones are, and I thought this was another like, there were so many DCs that ran 24 issues during that era. But Captain Atom, I think, went almost to 50.
Yeah, it went quite a ways up there, and it's just you can't find them. I see them once in a blue moon, and they're usually like an oddball number, and it's beat to hell. So yeah, this is one that I'd like to finish off, but of course you got to pick and choose which ones are you chasing, and if you're not finding them, it's kind of hard to do that. But yeah, this was an absolute favorite of mine in the 80s. I loved his look. I liked his power set. I actually, at this time when I got this, I had no clue who his character was. I didn't know him from, the Golden Age and stuff like that and the Silver. So, and I know they hinted towards that version of him in the series a little bit. And I was, very enthralled with the character. I thought he was interesting. So hopefully I'd like them to bring him back, and they've been kind of trying to. But...
Well, they did in the Ginny Sparks miniseries that they just did.
Yeah.
And it was Tom King, and I didn't like it. And I know Matt from Matt Likes Comics, he's here. He did like it. He loves Ginny Sparks, one of his favorite characters. But I didn't like the way they treated Captain Atom in that at all.
No.
But yeah, I didn't. Is Pat Broderick going to be at Heroes?
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah,
Mhm.
he is getting up there too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why when I saw he was going to be there, I dug out a couple books to maybe get him to sign. So that's one
cool.
of the ones.
And so Steven is suggesting you buy Captain Atom from Charlton because there's a lot of.
I do have one or two that I found in some bargain bins that were really beat up. So I got a couple that I found, but I don't ever really see them.
Very cool. Yep, I collect that series too, man.
Well, our guest was showing Harley Quinn, so I think I've got a Harley Quinn kind of story in my top 5.
Cool.
I like this story a whole lot. I've got a couple copies of it. I don't know if anybody's ever read this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's mainly a Johnny Frost story. If you know who Johnny Frost is, he's a guy and he's trying to impress Joker. Joker's getting out of Gotham Asylum. That's my favorite piece of artwork right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, somebody's got to go pick him up out of the asylum, and young gun Johnny Frost decides he would do it. And he tries everything he can to impress the Joker, tries to be a badass, and I guess he wants to be just like the Joker, and he looks up to the Joker, and the Joker gets revenge on him, sleeps with his wife. He shoots a guy in the head to prove that he's the man, and then the Joker turns on him at the end and shoots him in the head. So it's a sad story.
Yeah.
That's pretty dark.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the book's amazing artwork, Eric. You'd love the artwork in this book. Everything in here is beautiful. But, this guy is just trying his hardest to impress the Joker. And you can see the Joker just shoots him right in his head. But it's, I would imagine it's that way in any gang. Somebody's trying to make their way up and impress the leader, and you find out when you're in jail or dead that they really didn't care nothing about you the whole time anyway. So,
who's the artist on that?
Lee Bomero.
Okay, yeah. God, he is so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the artwork. I love these books, and it's came out numerous times because everybody loves this story. It's just one book. It's all you got to have. I would love to see this made into a TV show or something because it's violent. So
it's Brian Azzarello, or however you say his
Brian
name.
Azzarello's in here, and it's got a weird Harley Quinn. I don't know. This Harley Quinn is a stripper, so she's different than most Harley Quinns you see. But go out and get this book.
It's a different
There's
kind
my
of
man right there.
Yeah.
Corner store.
If you haven't read that, it is dark, but it's really well done. Like as far as like
most time DC and Marvel won't let you mess with their big guys. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you can mess with them little C-list guys, but you can't really. But that got dark for what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's it's Black Label, right? Like that's kind of their Vertigo or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got one little label right there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
none
It
of the
doesn't
books really said on it or nothing.
When they do that, they're kind of allowed to color outside the lines. So, hey, Damien.
And I think, Cait, I think I think there's one of this like a matching cover with a Lex Luthor too, where they did a Lex Luthor, and it's a bald head. But
for my number 2, kind of like what Cait did on her first one, I'm just bringing this one to represent the whole damn thing, though. The whole story is so good. So the Flintstones by Mark Russell, art by Steve Pugh, just so much. When I was talking with Nate McDonough, the last creator I had on, we were talking about this book, and he was like, that book was so much better than it had any right to be. And that's how I feel about it. Like they talk about so many different parts of society through like using the Flintstones building a Stone Age society as the template. My favorite part is that in the book, traditional marriage, quote, end quote, people getting married and having a baby and raising it as a pair is the new thing. It's seen as being very weird. And the traditionalists are yelling at them like, you guys are perverts. Get back to the sex caves. So that's like, it's one of my favorite lines for the thing. Like, we got to go back to tradition. Get in the sex caves. That's the way it's supposed to be done. If you haven't read this, I cannot recommend enough that you check it out. And if you can't laugh at it, then I don't think you're looking at our society with your eyes all the way open. Like the contradictions that we have as human beings are, you have to laugh or you'll cry, and maybe you'll do both. But this book does a really good job at making you laugh at it. And like you said, Dope, it makes me think. Like when I read crap like that, it makes me think afterwards. I'm like, and Mark Russell is so smart at the way he lays things out and the words that he chooses that it just lends itself to that. Like when you put it down, you're like, you still think about it. My wife read the series as well, and she and I will still talk about parts of the story.
Did you like the movie?
I've with John Goodman.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I need to see it again. Damien, I can't host the Sex Cave stream. I've already got 2. Maybe when we mothball one, we'll start.
That's on members only online.
That'll be that would.
Yeah, I did manage to find a copy of number 1, like a variant cover. So I have yet to read it, but it's the only time I've ever seen it in the store around here.
You never see this book. My friend Eric and I were at Half Price Books, and we came across, I think, 2 through 6, and there's 12 issues. I left them because, I mean, I just want the number 1 because I want to read the trade. I'm not going to go back and read issues, but I did pick up a Bill Sienkiewicz variant cover to one of them that was kind of cool too. But aside from that, yeah, I just want to read it. I'm a reader.
Yeah.
Number 3, Cait.
Well, I couldn't go without an issue of Lois Lane. Still making my way through collecting that run. And this one I grabbed. It's so many.
It's a lot.
I grabbed at the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap a few weeks back, and it drew me in instantly. Found it in a box digging. It's the La Pieta pose with Superman, in this case holding Lois, but my favorite cover is the Perez Supergirl issue 7 of Crisis. So I kind of go around and collect as many of these poses as possible. So to get that in my favorite run is awesome. And if you haven't read this particular story, Lois accidentally sells her soul to the devil, and all she gets is him laser beaming a building into pieces for a story, turning the lights back on, and I forget what the third was, but not what I would have used my wishes on. And at the end of this issue, doesn't go well for her.
Do you have there's one, I have it around here somewhere too, but where she marries the devil. That's one of my favorite covers.
Oh, I don't have that one. Okay.
That's a good one, but that's funny that Lois has multiple dealings with the devil.
And she wasn't all that, she was pretty easy to swap right over to him at the beginning of the issue too. Didn't take too much. She was like a news story.
That's right. That's right, devil. I need a story. Right? You can have my soul. That is funny.
Yeah, that's a series that I always see Jimmy, so I'm always picking up the Jimmy Olsens. And usually when I do see Lois, they're pretty worn, but I'll still grab them to grab them to read them. There's some funny stories. So what are we on here? Number 3? Okay, number 3. I have to go with this Jenny Friesen cover. This is early in her career, but this is one of my favorites. It's Laura Kinney, X-23, the all-new Wolverine. So this is when she had the all-new Wolverine series. And this was when X-Men had gold, blue, and red. So they were like 3 different teams. The red one was the shortest series. It's number 8. But I wish I could find this one like in a Virgin cover because I just love how she drew her here.
Is that Tom Taylor, the writer?
This is, yes, I think it is actually.
Oh, wow.
And this series the red team had Jean Grey on it. It had Namor. I think Nightcrawler was on this series. It was kind of a little more of a hit squad for the X-Men. But yeah, it only lasted, I think, maybe 12 issues, whereas the other ones went into the 20s and the 30s for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolute love this cover. Like I said, only thing to make it better if that was gone and it was just this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Jenny Frizen's just freaking awesome.
yeah.
Time.
Hopefully the line won't be too long.
Oh, I am envisioning her line and like
With all the creators, you can't get in every line.
That's true. You're right.
So,
You're right. I don't know what to expect. I'm ready to be overwhelmed. Is what I'm ready for.
yeah.
All right, got a modern day classic right here.
Oh boy.
This thing here I like to read.
Speedball.
Huh?
Speedball.
Close. Geiger.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A little more modern.
Yeah. Any of you guys are a father, this right here will pull at your heart. I mean, it's about a dad with cancer. He starts taking in all this radiation to try to cure his cancer, and then they set atomic bomb off, and he has got a bunker built, and his family gets shoved in the bunker, and he does not make it. And so the sky is full of radiation for years and years and years, and he don't know if his family's alive in it or not, but he's just love and faith is all this power in this man to continue, and it makes you think again, like you don't know, are they alive in there? Are they dead? How long would you wait for you to try opening it?
Wow.
Have you not read this one yet, Nate?
No, and that's not the synopsis I would have expected based on the covers.
There's a trade for that already. So
I had no idea.
This guy, he
what they call him, the glowing man, right?
Yeah. Here comes the big rocket down, and you can see the artwork's really good.
Oh yeah.
Is that Ivan Rice, I think?
It is Gary Frank.
Gary Frank. That's it.
The bomb goes off, and he's outside, and the radiation don't bother him as bad because he's got cancer. And for some reason, I guess all the little dosages of radiation didn't kill him like it did everybody else. But he's got this bunker, and he protects it. And all these people are always coming. They can't breathe air. There's always people, and it's like a Mad Max world. You know, they're trying to find food. They're trying to find guns, anything they can find. And he just stays out in the desert protecting this door. And for years, he don't know if his family's alive or dead because they're behind the door where it's supposedly safe from radiation. But he don't have even no way of knowing if they're alive or dead.
My favorite dope is his little sidekick pet because it's the same name as my dog,
Barney.
Yeah.
Two-headed
wolf.
A two-headed wolf named Barney. You can see him right there.
Oh.
But just the fact that, you know, I don't know, he can't leave that hole. You know, he can't go off and journey anywhere because his family's there and he's got to protect them. And they could be dead on the other side of the door. They could have died as soon as the blast happened. You don't know. So it makes you wonder for about a while. So on so many issues. But you find out if you read the first trade.
Well, I'm gonna have to read it.
Like, I've heard trades.
I've heard nothing but good things from people about Geiger and Rook.
I love both of them.
Yeah, and Hyde Street as well. Dope. I know that's one of your favorites too.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool. Thank you. I actually did not do a Lois for this, but I brought this Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy.
So this Jimmy Olsen is number 89. And it's where Jimmy is a spy. And
I'm laughing just looking at it.
Right?
It's absolutely so. The spy story is great because like Jimmy's always trying to impress Lucy Lane, Lois's sister, and so he's doing this spy thing, and all these women are throwing themselves at him, and he thinks he's like got it. He's like, I have got it going on. You know, I'm a good looking dude, and I'm a spy. And every last woman is rolling him because they want whatever the information is that he has. And every time, like he never learns. It happens like 4 times. And the last lady that does it cracks me up. She says, she's right here. And she's laughing at him. And she says, of course, you stupid gringo. Because they're in Mexico. So she calls him a stupid gringo. And it's not culturally sensitive, but it's hilarious. And speaking of not culturally sensitive, in the first story in this Jimmy Olsen, this is why I like this book so much. Perry White tells Jimmy he's got to go get a story. He says, hey, Jimmy, next week we celebrate Thanksgiving. Go dig up the greatest Thanksgiving story any newspaper will ever publish. Is that how an editor gives assignments? Right? Like, you go write the best story I've ever read. So Jimmy goes to the natural.
You have till Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, it's like next week. Next week is Thanksgiving, Jimmy. Can you do this now? Couldn't you told me a month ago? So Jimmy goes to the museum in Metropolis where he finds this totem pole. And Jimmy is reading the plaque where it says, let's see, these pilgrims, there was a legendary medicine man, Red Hawk, who claimed that when he puffed his magic pipe inside the hollow totem pole, spirits would transport him to the future. So Jimmy goes inside the totem pole and puffs on a peace pipe and starts smoking it. And after he smokes the peace pipe, these Indian spirits transport the totem pole to the future. Guys, this is like the third panel of the story. Jimmy hotboxing inside a totem pole.
Vita.
This is this issue. I like Lois a lot more than I like Jimmy issues for the most part, but this one stands toe to toe for absolute stupidity. I think
that's what it is about the Jimmy comics. Is a lot of them are just plain stupid. It's him getting into some kind of trouble, and he has to get bailed out usually.
Yeah, that one was really good. And when I saw him smoke, he's like, maybe if I smoke a peace pipe inside this thing, it's like, you were just high. You didn't go to the future. You were bombed out of your mind.
Oh my God. That got by him. The next one I have is another pretty recent pickup, but I was paying this one off for a bit.
Wow.
Was really excited. I'm also a fan of Wonder Woman. And anytime I can snag like an early issue, I try to. And this cover has been one that's been on my mind. It's Wonder Woman and a all-female film crew, the first ever, shooting a movie on Paradise Island, and unfortunately they are being harassed and then threatened by a male director who feels he had been passed up for this female film crew, the first ever, and shenanigans and whatnot ensue. But as a huge film nerd too, I was just like, I need this cover so badly. This is issue 40.
Okay. Wow.
So what year is that from?
1940. I'm sorry, 1950.
And what grade does it have? Just because you got it slabbed on.
I didn't. I got it this way. I normally try to get them raw, but 3.0. So
that's
probably
pretty good.
The nicest of the Wonder Womans that I have of this early.
It's got really good color to it.
Yeah,
it really does.
I think I might crack it just so I can flip through it. I don't have too many slabs in the PC just because I like to read them.
Yeah, just keep the label with
enough.
it.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's nice.
Just to answer Peter, by the end of that Jimmy, there was no story. Like, he just went to the future and then he totem poled back. They didn't follow
because he got hungry and just had to go, get some Taco Bell.
I gotta go to get me a White Castle or a Taco Bell or something, man.
Story? What? Story is they're on sale today.
That is a really cool piece, Cait. Very cool.
All right, so we are on number 4. So number 4 here. This is one that I hope the line is not long because it's a one day only. It's a Roy Thomas one.
Ooh.
This is the first cover appearance of Red Sonja and Conan the Barbarian number 24. So this is Barry Windsor Smith still. Let me see if I can get it without the glare. But absolutely, yeah, this was
it pops.
just before she started wearing the bikini. So
the long sleeve with the shorts.
Yeah.
Turn that around real fast.
That's how I go to the beach now, so I don't get a sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love this character. I mean, I love Conan, but there's something about Red Sonja that I like a little bit more. She's a take no shit type of gal, so I like how the classic, they wrote her back then. I have been getting the newer stuff that Dynamite is putting out, and some of it's okay, some of it they kind of missed the mark a little bit with her character, but yeah, absolutely love her back in the 70s.
Very cool. I'm sorry, I have to go back and highlight this. Cait has a better copy than Steven of that Wonder
Isn't
Woman.
that crazy?
Yeah.
Dang.
That is, I mean, you need to print that comment and frame it. Like I don't know anybody that's beat that guy at anything when it comes to collecting. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, we got a weird one.
Yay.
All right. So, have you ever read a book and you're like, this guy must be from the same town I'm from? He's nailed it. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He is on it. Well, Jason Aaron, which is from Alabama, probably about 2 hours from here. He's pretty close. But
Yeah.
Southern Bastards. So this right here, I don't know if anybody's read this, but number 11 is the perfect issue. This is my life. Everything in here is me.
With that cover, man.
Yeah. I mean, any kind of thing you could think of, from deer hunting's in here. It's pretty weird because they get into the gospel snakes. You got some snake handling going on in here at the gospel house. The guy gets bit on the hand. I know you'll like that, Nick. Nate, look the way he looks. So he's all didn't hurt a bit, So, but they got to have everything in the South. You got to have a dinner for. They always have big dinners.
All right, I like the big roll of paper towels.
Yeah. So Nate came and visited me this year, and we stayed right on the river just like this. And they got all the pontoon boats down there and stuff everywhere. So, there, Nate, you remember that picture?
I do. Well, and you're always sending us pictures and video of like these epic food layout buffets that you take part in.
Nate, there's the bridge whiz on. So I mean, it's like everything down in this book is like me to a T. I was like, this guy's lived this life. He knows about this place, and I really like Jason Aaron. A lot of his stuff's really good. But show you one more picture. Here's the guy. Here's the little boy got bit on the head by the snake, and he's got little stubs left now. So really swelled up on him. Oh man!
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Somebody the other day asked me like what a good Dazzler issue was. And so there's a couple I had in mind, but then this one, dope. I pulled it actually with you in mind because your friend the Hulk shows up in this issue. So
I thought you were gonna go with the Thriller cover, but yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
I know, but I wanted to focus on like story, like what's a good read. So this is Dazzler number 6. And in this one, I do like this splash. So she's practicing with her band, and she gets a new band, and her band is made up of this chubby guy on the drums, and all he talks about through the whole thing,
is that Christopher Cross?
It looks like Christopher Cross. He's like, he keeps saying stuff like, man, we're never gonna get a lunch break, and then you find out his name is Beefer. And when they're in a meeting, like he sits down, he's got a sandwich back here. He's like, oh, finally, I'm going to sit down and get my sandwich. So in this, Dazzler's manager, who looks like Rush Limbaugh, or this music promoter, he's like, I got you a show, but you got to play country western. And she's like, I don't play country. I'm a disco singer, but he's like, you're just going to do it. She has a really cool like she gets in a fight in the subway, and she uses the sound of the subway train to do some dazzling. And I legitimately love the way that they do this art, like the light beams coming out of her. It's really cool. And then like after she saves all these people on a platform, they're like, she's a mutie, get her. And it's like, it's not like she looks like she's a beautiful woman and she just saved your life. So the Hulk shows up, he's taken tranquilizers so that he doesn't turn into the Hulk, but then he turns into the Hulk because he loses his tranquilizers. While Dazzler's band, if you can't really see, she's wearing a cowboy hat because they're singing country western.
Oh, okay.
And then the Hulk,
roller skates on.
She's got her skates on, and then the Hulk comes crashing through the floor.
Mosh pit.
They have a battle, which is really weird. She uses her light powers, but then she does something I've never seen her do before. She manifests a light construct of a tank. I don't know that I've ever seen that before or since that she has that power. But it's a two-parter. So she's fighting the Hulk, and at the end there's kind of a standoff, and in the next issue it continues. But yeah, this is first. I think this might be first beefer. So Dope, I know you like to collect.
I love first stuff. First beefer.
First, we got first
beefer will be in the Dazzler movie.
He better be rocking those skins, man.
And while you're at it, let me ask you, who would win in a fight between Banshee and Dazzler? Because they're about the same thing, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it would be like a feedback loop for her. Like, I mean, he you know, the more he assaulted her, the more she could dazzle. So I'm gonna say Dazzler, also because I don't like Banshee. Last round.
So for this one, I haven't collected the actual issues yet. This was the past couple weeks I've just been reading Superman to kind of reread some stories, get some ones that I James Gunn has talked about in inspiration for the film, and I have not read For All Seasons yet, and I read that this weekend. Oh my god. This was like the most delightful Superman story I think I've read. And a really good like transition from adolescence to adulthood story. And I think Sales are on this. This is Loeb and Sale in another team up after Long Halloween. I think he just really got that sort of like hometown feel in his art for this story, and just in delight.
It's very interesting to me that the art like for Long Halloween was very, very gothic and very dark, but same style, but completely different tone in that one. Mm-hmm. And it is lovely. Have you read much of Superman Red and Blue?
No, I have not.
There are some there's a lot of collected short stories. But yeah, go pick up a trade of that because there are some excellent ones in there. Like if you want like, really good, moving, wholesome Superman, there's some good ones in Red and Blue for sure. Hold on. I just saw this one. First name Beefer, last name Oni. and I about died when Shanko said Beefer was my mom's nickname in high school.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's going to be a run on first Beefer.
Yep. Get him now. All right, last one for me. I actually just opened this today. And it's taking the place of the actual original. So this is one I want to get signed by John Romita Jr., I think. And it is an actual Danish version of Uncanny X-Men 200, The Trial of Magneto.
Very cool.
Yeah, I just got this in the mail from my buddy Cheddar Comics. He had a all-foreign show last week, so I got a bunch of different Danish, Netherlands, Brazil. I got a Spanish super family issue. So, but this one, I took it out of the Mylar and I'm like, oh my God, this is from like late 80s, 88. It looks like a brand new book still.
Wow.
And to be a foreign book, I was just shocked. I'm like, I kind of have to get him to sign this.
Do you think it's right above the trade?
What's that, Dope?
You think right above the trade?
Yeah. This was one of those stories that when I first started collecting X-Men, and they were trying to turn Magneto into that good guy. He was joining the team. He became the headmaster for the New Mutants. It's what hooked me on the X-Men. They took a villain and kind of were trying to redeem him, at this time in the X-Men. So, and it was just a classic team: Rogue, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Wolverine. You had Cyclops on there. Eventually you had Longshot, Storm, Dazzler. So that was kind of like a big time period in there.
Magneto's cooler than Doom anyway.
X-Men 97 kind of did that storyline in the relaunch or whatever.
Yeah, it's a very kind of important story. And then these two characters here are basically Nazis, so
that's great. That's cool. I haven't gotten into foreign books, but I see a lot of people like
every once in a while I come across one and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool cover. Like real quick, I'll show you this one too. I had to get this one by Barry Windsor. Absolutely love this cover.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I can't read it, but I can go get the regular one and read it.
It says "Da X-Mannen." I mean, it's easy.
So we've been talking a lot about Ghost Machine, and this is the first, I guess, standalone trade, but it's called Blizzard. I don't know if any of y'all read this.
I need that one still.
I really, really like this. It's out there. A dad is supposed to pick his 10-year-old kid up at a birthday party at the park, and he's late getting there. And instead of picking him up, a serial killer gets him and kills him. So the serial killer is going to court because he killed a bunch of boys, and the dad meets him in the parking lot and shoots him in the head. So the dad goes to jail, and he is in a bus full of other bad prisoners, kind of like Con Air.
Yeah.
And it's on a blizzard up in Colorado, and the bus overturns, and there is a Yeti that's eating them all. So you get to learn all about these bad guys.
God.
And
that is not how I expected all that to turn.
Yeah. It makes you kind of pull for the one father, though, that you're like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He killed that guy that killed his, son. But the rest of them are all, you like watching the Yeti eat them all up because it tells each one's backstory and tells how they got there and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of like Con Air meets Bigfoot or something. So
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Con Air meets Bigfoot is a hell of a tagline, buddy. I was with you. You didn't even have to mention the Yeti, and I was on board. But the second I know that there's a Yeti,
for me, all you have to say is Yeti or Bigfoot. I'm there.
Oh, I know.
Well, there's one teacher in here for you too that he did some arson and killed 37 of his students. So
yeah, we all think about it.
You might be pulling for him in this book.
I mean,
don't let the Yeti kill him. He's a good guy. Really,
it's not his fault.
Had to be done.
You can't keep up with all that grading. It's impossible.
True.
All right. I do not have the individual issues for this, even though I have a lot of individual issues. And this is inspired by Dope. I was so happy to see you spotlight A Flaming Carrot. So this is from volume 3 of Flaming Carrot's Greatest Hits, which doesn't collect every issue at all. But I want to say this is issue 19 and 20. First appearance of the Mystery Men. Which they made the movie about.
Yeah.
But the storyline is called "I Cloned Hitler's Feet." So the bad guys go to clone Hitler, but they can't get it done right, so they just clone his feet and they put them into boots. And Hitler's feet are marching all over the place, and the Mystery Men and the Flaming Carrot are fighting Hitler's feet. And there's just a lot of really funny moments in it. I mean, there's the characters like the shoveler, the shoveler, Bondo, the man of living Bondo. He's Eric, as a car guy. So Bondo, he's made of Bondo, and Mr. Furious.
No Garbage Mouth.
Half the time, no, Garbage Mouth comes way later. This is earlier, but half the time, they're not even doing anything. These boots are like all over this small town, but the heroes are just like, they're having a cookout. They're eating hot dogs and grilling. And so like they'll fight the feet during the day. And then they're like, man, we've been at this for a while. Let's go get drunk. So they clock out. They go to a bar, they go carousing with women. And in the second story, when stuff really hits the fan, and it's in the town, I want to find this one picture if I can of this woman. She's carrying her prized possession, and I'm sorry, like I just flipped through 10 pages and it's just them at a bar picking up women. Like the whole thing is them, like they put on suits over their costumes. They're like, let's just go to this bar. But when it really hits the fan, this woman's running and she's like got her prized possession, and it's a picture of Prince. Like her prized possession is a framed picture of Prince. So in the end, they don't eat. There it is. She's running away, and she has to leave her prized picture of Prince so that Hitler's feet don't get her. And in the end, even with everything done, what happens is it rains and the boots drown. The feet drown in the boots. They don't even stop it. Like they don't even win the day. It's so ridiculous. And the story right after that has the best line, which is this one right here. And it's Flaming Carrot, you better come quick. Uncle Billy's new mail order bride arrived, and she's a wild woman. So he ordered a mail order bride, and it was like Sheena, the jungle woman. She doesn't speak English. She's like raised by wild animals. This book is so surreal and insane. But yeah, I Cloned Hitler's Feet was something that had me laughing like out loud multiple times.
Well, I had to buy that one issue because as soon as I saw it had a baloney gun in it, I said, I got to have that. It's got the baloney gun.
I know.
Does it have a mustard one too, though?
He's got a baloney gun. He just smacks people in the face with a slice of bologna. It don't even do nothing to him.
And I'm sure they're just like, you get hit in the face with a slice of bologna, it is going to stop you. You're going to wonder what the hell's happening.
What the hell?
It doesn't hurt, but you don't understand. Like it's going to confuse you. That was really fun, Dope. I liked the idea. That's something that we should do like more often. Just instead of like just showing new crap we've picked up, like because we do like something I really like about you guys, that hanging out with you guys, we read our books, we like them. We're not just picking them up because they're worth money or whatever. It's because we're into them. So I like hearing those things, and I mean I'm writing stuff down.
Oh yeah. Who else is buying DP7?
But that's cool. I mean, we all have stuff that we collected back in the day that we like, and that it doesn't have to be like good, in terms of, or revered, I guess is what I want to say, for it to be good for us. For Baloney Gun was my first band's name. So yeah, so thanks for that topic, Dope, and thanks everybody for participating. You guys want to look at tomorrow's books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might actually have a light day. I say that every week, but I might have a light day.
You are a liar. A liar.
My problem is I find other things to get. And I was like, oh, I'll try that.
All right. I'm not getting Absolute Flash. Cait, did you stick with it?
I didn't dislike it. I just am gonna wait for a trade. I'm keeping to just the Holy Trinity for the Absolutes, at least for now.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
We were just talking about this the other day, and here we go.
I literally, like in my last video, I was talking about, I hope they give us a crypto facsimile. And then Terry, Dead Man Cover Show, sent me a text. He's like, dude, it comes out this week. I'm like, hell yes. Because I cannot afford this book.
No.
No.
Like, I cannot afford this book, especially now that the movie's coming out.
I think I got, it's the newest at DC Finest, the collected ones they're doing now. And it's Superboy, and they have that in there as part of the Superboy run.
I love the facsimiles because you get all the ads, you get all the backup stories, especially the Golden Age ones, because they're 64 pages, and there is some crazy crap in those.
Those also have a little controversy right now with the contest going on. If you get the golden ticket and go to Hollywood, Bleeding Comics was writing about how they're also giving away a free month of DC Infinite, the app.
Yeah.
And they're really cheap, so they're using, a lot of shops are using it to promote, reading comics and the movie, and paying for people to go read comics not at their shop.
Yeah. It pissed off a lot of bookshops because they're like, hey, you're drawing people away from my store.
Yeah.
And I'm buying your book.
Was that AVA? I'm getting that one finally. Been waiting for number 4. You were scrolled past it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is this the Hickman thing?
Yeah, it's the Hickman one. They're pretty big and chunky. It's been pretty good. It's actually been pretty good. So Like Brandon and Justin and No Good Comics, they've been doing a
Right.
review of it. Ooh, ooh, I like that one. But yeah, it's been a pretty good. The art's been pretty good too. I think that's the regular artist right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is Avengers just anybody? Because I just seen Spider-Man and an X-Man in there.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's set in the future too. So I mean, the Hulk was there, Iron Man was there. I think Cap was for a while.
At least all them original Avengers. You know what I mean? Now you're seeing
Yeah.
people.
Is it a 4-parter? Do you know?
I can't remember how many issues it's going.
Okay.
What's
And
that
I don't know
Ronald
what's going
McDonald
on
cover
with
right there?
Ronald McDonald there, but I kind
I'll
of
show you that here in a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mark, I was into this too, but it's a digest and it's $10.
Ooh,
But it's Halloween.
I know. Cait, I am aware. Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to grab it.
I don't need another devil on my shoulder, girl. Yeah, I mean, it's got Betty's dressed as a witch.
yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'm a Betty guy. So I don't know. $10. Yeah,
Well,
this is horrifying.
Whoa.
Yeah, I kind of like. Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's Frisch's big boy.
I think that's Big Boy.
It's Frisch's big boy has stabbed Ronald McDonald in the eye. I don't know what Essentia is, but it's gone 29 issues, and they're finally giving us what we've asked for, which is Frisch's big boy stabbing Ronald McDonald.
Never heard of it till now. 29
No.
issues
Right.
in.
I've never heard of it either, but definitely looks interesting. This doesn't. Is this a
Yeah.
what?
I drew that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Morbius has like the nose thing, but even for him, this is like rough.
Yeah.
It looks like a pig
You
nose.
could land a plane underneath there.
What was that? Infinity. So that's the online comic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. People are gonna yell at me, but I quit getting Hush.
You know, I
didn't get the
I'm
last
a
one.
sucker for punishment. I have the big mega omni of this, but there's something about having the floppies. I don't care if they're reprints. I kind of want the floppies.
Yeah, I get it.
So I've been getting them.
So this dope. I know I gotta trim the fat, but this looks really trippy and wild to me. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but they cite Philip K. Dick's Scanner Darkly and Thomas Pynchon's Inherent Vice, which are two like really crazy ass stories, trippy stories, and it just kind of has that look and that vibe to it.
Now,
it's from Oni though, and like the last couple of books I've gotten from Oni, I feel like have gotten canceled.
Is it an
anthology? Wait for the trade.
I don't think it's an anthology. I think it's at least an ongoing or a mini series. I'm going to take a look at the interior art if my shop gets one tomorrow. I don't know. It jumped out to me.
Only thing we're getting that's worth a crap for Oni is we get that the jailbreak one. What's that one we get?
That's from Oni. I thought that was Mad Cave.
Yeah, you might be right, but I think it's Oni.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Bug Wars 5, dope.
I'll be there.
Sweet.
Yeah, that should be. I think that's the last one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize it was just a 5-parter. That is a cool cover.
Wow.
Doom right next to it. I'm getting that one.
That reminds me so much of like the old fantasy EC comics and stuff. You know, it's just a weird.
Yeah. When I read about this one, I wasn't into it, but Bitchcraft is one of the best titles I've heard in a while. It's pretty good, right? Bitchcraft, but it's I don't know. It just doesn't. It's a bunch of magic, and I wasn't into it. I can't remember. I flipped through this earlier this week.
So it says Bug Wars is 6 issues, and if it sells well, it could go farther.
Cool.
Okay.
And I think it has sold pretty well.
I've only heard good things too.
Yeah.
I quit getting it, but man, I do love these covers for Epitaphs.
Yeah, the
from
covers
the
are great.
But the stories just haven't been great.
Yeah. The art inside's usually awful too.
Yeah. I mean, if the interior art looked like these covers, I'd be about it all day long. That's just fantastic, man. Doom Division, Detective. I'm not getting in. Oh, here we go. Exquisite Corpses.
Yeah.
Now we get
your
to
second playing card with that.
Yeah, we'll see if this is gonna stand up. Wow.
Featuring him.
Yeah,
That dude
skin
is-
collector.
He's wearing skins.
Ooh.
Kind of a
Oh, I like
negative
that.
space.
That's pretty neat too.
Yeah. These are pretty covers. This is Tula.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. She's really good.
they're so good.
Oh, there's
He's
your guy
already
that you
dead.
were. That's the guy you're rooting for.
Yeah, he's already dead. And I was rooting for him at the very beginning. He didn't make it out of the first bracket.
He got slip knotted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's neat.
That's just a variant too. It doesn't say it's a limited one. So that's cool. Oh, wait. I take it back. Death Over Decaf Comics Ultra Raw variant. So that's the one you can't get unless you go to their online store or whatever. But I'm going to pick that one up. I want to see if the second issue is as good as
I'm
good as the
actually
first.
surprised it's out as early as it is, really.
I am too. And speaking of, man, I swear, this G.I. Joe book comes out every 2 weeks, it feels like.
Well, there's a couple different ones. They're hard to keep track of which one. That's the one with. So this is the one with Transformers. They're
yes. This is the one I'm reading.
Yeah.
And it's fun, man. It is really stupid fun.
Oh wow, I need that one. That was one of the first Joes that I ever got. Was the major there.
I love when they do the covers that have that kind of the toy packaging homage.
Yeah.
Who's that shark on there?
I don't know.
As long as it ain't Jeff the Shark, I guess.
Jeff the Shark has a book. It's coming. Let's see. Great British. No. Godzilla versus Avengers. Well, have we seen this one yet? It's not a reprint. So this will be another chance for terrible covers. Here we go.
I think last week was X-Men.
Oh,
I kind of like this one though.
Oh, well, of course this is the 1 in 100. This is the one.
Not that.
You get that one.
Yeah, you can. No, this is the 1 in 25. It's Tony S. Daniel and Godzilla's freaking cross-eyed on the cover. There we go. That's what I expected.
You get what you pay for.
And then there's the fight card.
The fight card. Oh,
hey, you'd like that one.
Oh,
Fin
Mike
Fang Foom on there.
Mike Allred, Fin Fang Foom. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, not cool enough for me to buy it. Yeah. But cool. Maybe this is a variant you can just get. I don't know.
That one had the trade dress at least.
Yeah. These are not as bad as some of the others have been, that's for sure. I think Hulk had some of the worst.
Yeah.
Windpool, Herculoids, those have had some good covers. Eric,
yeah,
you still getting
I'll
these?
Be getting that one.
You're probably going to get this one for some reason.
Actually, that's the one I'll probably get. I love his art.
Well, I mean, yeah, this guy's way sexier than she is. Look at that guy. I mean, they're good covers. I don't have any skin in the game for this one.
It's been pretty good so far. It's staying true to the original cartoon, which I like.
So Battle Beast 2 is coming out. I know a lot of people are going to be into that. Chonko freaking loves it.
I passed on all those blind packs. I'm like, nope, I can't do it.
I did too. And isn't that funny?
Are these issues coming in them too, or was it just issue 1?
I think just issue 1.
I think just 1 was, yeah.
But I mean, there's still a billion covers.
Yeah,
and they're pretty. Oh, that's awesome. That's the 1 in 100 Liber Mayho, of course.
I know nothing about this universe, so I have no interest really.
I've only read Invincible up to, I think I have the oversized hardcovers, like book 5 or 6. I can't remember how many I have, but it's one that I kind of dropped off reading. I liked it. I just, when you're buying oversized hardcovers for $50 each, you know, you can fall behind. Here we go. I just don't know, man. I think this is, it's $5.
Well, that's one for Hagen, right?
Right. But it's like, okay, Jeff doesn't talk. So like, is it going to be a silent issue like some of them are sometimes?
You know what? This is kind of a good comic for kids to get them into comics, especially when they're introducing all these other superheroes. So I still think it's a good comic, just not for us.
Yeah.
Might be like Man Thing, where you just got a narrator the whole time.
Yeah, that could be too. Yeah. I do like this one. He's chewing on an infinity stone because he thinks it's a candy, because he's not bright, you know. And it is funny to me that there's an art germ cover for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeff gets his own little series there. And then this is my I'm so excited. And that, oh my God, man. That Jay Lee cover is so good. And Cait already has it.
Yeah, accidentally. I picked up some of my pulls this weekend, over the weekend.
I mean, I get cover. I like every cover too, and I get that they're doing these movie tie-ins, but not a single one of those is better than that to me.
No,
This one is just, Jay Lee just can really do this alien landscape stuff really well. That looks really cool.
It fits his style that he does now, you know?
Yeah. And
then
the
interior art was really good too. I again recommend grabbing it if you were on the fence.
That's why I told the wife before we go to Heroes Con, I said, before we get on the road, we have to go to the store. So I want to make sure I get these books.
Okay. I just saw number 1 and clicked. I don't
kind of like that cover. I like the
D&D
Virgin one. That looks neat.
I mean, it looks very fantasy. Yeah. So I don't know.
It looks like a new title. I mean, it was Boom Box. I guess it's part of Boom.
It's part of Boom, and it's The Last Witch, Blood and Betrayal. But here we go. Dope and I both got issue 1, and we're not impressed.
Which one is this? This is the werewolf one?
The one where the werewolf has a handgun?
Okay.
Yeah.
How could that be bad, right? It is.
It was not great. Yeah.
How can you mess up a werewolf with a handgun? Come on.
It was all there.
I don't have $5 to give that. Yeah.
I'm getting Moon Knight. Moon Knight's been pretty good. I like the storyline that they've been doing, and your boy 8-Ball's in it.
I know. One of my buddies has been reading it, and he's like, he was like, yeah, so that 8-Ball guy you keep talking about, he's like Moon Knight's Huggy Bear. Moon Knight goes and finds him, kicks his ass, and he's like, tell me where everything is. It's like, I don't know, I'm just a guy. Oh, that's a cool cover.
That's a cool cover, yeah.
Moon Knight. I've heard good things about McKay's run on there. I'm still all in on this weird New Gods Mr.
I thought that ended already.
Nope, still going.
Okay, I thought they were ending it.
Cover though.
Yeah, the art has been really good. The weird, the weird Kirby characters have been really good. And anything with Mr. Miracle, but really honestly anything with Big Barda. That's my jam.
Are you excited for the show announcement?
I really am. And the fact that they're basing it on Tom King's Mr. Miracle sounds great to me. Nightwing for K Munin if he's still here.
You get that one dope? You get that one dope?
No. I haven't read anything since Tom Taylor. That's a great cover.
That's a cool cover. Yeah.
I really liked Tom Taylor's run, and I haven't tried the new guy at all. I'll pick it. I'll read a trade from the library.
I got burned on it and Red Hood. I saw the thing about Red Hood, and he was talking about he moved to a new part of town. It's supposed to be the worst part of Gotham and all this stuff, and it sounded great, but it sucked. I like those covers.
I mean, they're great.
This one, I'd get it.
Great covers.
Yeah.
Look at her.
That's Jay Lee right there, I think.
Yeah. This looks more Barbarella than Red Sonja.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're trying to go for there. Wow.
They're great covers. Oh, it's Greg Land.
Okay,
So-
that's why it looks
So
familiar.
that's why it looks like Barbarella. He traced Barbarella's poster. I'm just saying that, you know, it's a little hacky. Yeah. But are you getting the one, just the red? Oh, that's different. Red Sonja.
There's
Noir.
a Evil Dead one too. I got number 1,
Yeah.
but that was it. I like Red Sonja, but I didn't like Ash from the Evil Dead in it. So I like them separate, I guess.
Oh, photo cover?
Yeah, cosplay.
That's cool. Yeah. My jam. Eric saying Tom King is going to be the showrunner for the Miracle Man animated thing. So that's pretty cool. Again, K Munin, sometimes he has to cut out early, but Sonic.
I hope that's not the actual cover. It's just
it must not be. Yeah.
I'm like, geez, a wee.
Hey, a lot of room for autographs on that.
Yeah, that's
true. And that's something I'm struggling with right now. I don't have an autograph book to bring with me, you know, for you guys, for the you know,
are you
the community members to sign.
Superman Unlimited still?
I don't know if I'm going to get this one or not. I really did not care for the art.
Really? I see. I didn't. The art, yeah, but I liked the story, so it got me past the art. I mean, their eyes were all a little funky, but wow, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, this is cool. I really like the idea of the super family, like, kind of getting their asses kicked all the time, because everyone's got kryptonite. They still got their powers, but they're, you know, so I don't know. I might
like it more than the new Supergirl, but
you didn't like the new Supergirl, huh, Kate?
No,
you don't?
No, not particularly.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, I didn't know this comes out tomorrow. I'm so excited. Vanishing Point, science fiction Twilight Zone style anthology by Mark Russell. The second issue, so they're all standalone issues, and this one is the Tomorrow Family, obviously looking like the Jetsons, and I'm sure it's going to have some kind of dark twist. I also, let's see, what is his name? I actually met the artist on this one. I guess Wando. But I actually met him via Instagram, so he's somebody I might try to get come talk to us.
Yeah,
you know, because I like to bother people till they come on the show.
I see Wolverine galore there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Look at him.
He's got his flannel on too. Dope. That's the Wolverine I like.
Yeah, the bar Wolverine.
Bar Wolverine.
I love
that one.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how like for years the yellow costume was a joke, and then they badassed it. So yeah, that's the best cover though. That's really good.
Then I saw that
hold on, I gotta show Kate her Wonder Woman. Did you get this early already?
I did already get it, because I was also like, I feel like that came out more recently, and it's because it's not out yet. And
that is
this
so
has been
weird.
really good.
The Perez card stocks.
Yeah, I got the Aquaman one of George Perez last week. That was pretty cool. It's very similar layout like that.
Very cool.
Go back and get that one now.
And yeah, I didn't really see much else, but hey, look, it's Youngblood #3. Oh, this one's only $3.99, guys. It's finally affordable.
Yeah.
That looks like a cover from back in the day. He just redid it.
I think it is. It's Youngblood Deluxe, so it's just the same thing. Good Lord, who asked for that? Sorry guys, when I look at the comics, I always miss the comments, and I saw a couple in here that I wanted to hit real quick. Kate, how long have you been collecting?
I didn't really start collecting and reading until, I would say, almost 2 years ago. Before that, like, you know, as a kid, you know, I was a big reader in general, so anytime there was a comic around. But yeah, probably towards the, I would say, like the end of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know?
And Doug, I've been looking at my Dazzlers. Like there's a couple that there's not a lot of blank space, but there's, you know, a lot of empty space. Even though it's busy, like there's some Sienkiewicz painted ones that I really
I want
like.
to sign right on her face.
And you can.
Do a Stan
But, like,
Lee.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like if I picked a Dazzler out of my collection, it's like I can replace it real easy. They're not
Give
expensive.
her a little hockey black tooth.
You stop it. Allison Blair's a hero. So, guys, what's coming up?
Heroes Con.
I know. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Like I imagine we'll probably like start some impromptu streams, you know, in the evenings or something. I really don't know. Like I have this little mount thing so that I can look like an idiot. Where you wear this.
Oh yeah, I
around
got
your
one of
neck.
those. Yep.
Yeah. So I was thinking of strapping my phone to this and just going in and doing a walkthrough of the con floor just as a live stream on Friday morning or something.
When we go left and everybody else goes right.
We're heading for the back, right? That's still our plan. I love Dope's plan. Like everyone else is going to be in the front. They're dumb. We go to the back. We run all the way to the edge.
Straight to the Flintstone books.
That's right. I got my number one.
Eric,
there
you
are
got Bishop at Scooby-Doo run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. One of the things I want to look for, because I was watching somebody's coverage from last year and they were showing off a lot of art, and they showed this dealer that just had portfolios full of original art, proof artwork, or just sketches. I'm like, oh my God. And the prices were decent. And one of the books they pulled was Buscema, John Buscema book. And it was like all Conan. I was like, I about lost my mind. I'm like, I got to look for that booth there. I want to get some original art. I think I just decided that a couple days ago when I saw that. I'm like, because I like the original art, but usually it's a little pricey. So what they were showing wasn't that bad.
So
I like this idea a lot.
A lot more expensive if it's published artwork, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the idea. Like I had some buddies back in the day. We used to want to go to the Renaissance Fair dressed up in our Star Trek shirts and pretend like we had beamed in.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that same thing.
As White Claws, different flavors.
Inflatable White Claw, like with your face sticking out. It'd be like you see people wear those Tyrannosaurus inflatables. It's like we won't be.
You won't lose anyone.
They cracked me up.
That's great. Yeah. So we are going to do the Sunday show. We're going to do the Sunday show live from Heroes somehow. I don't know if it's going to be all of us. It's going to be all of us in different hotel rooms or all of us in a lobby or
squeeze together.
Well, we talked
the Sunday show where we're going to do the weird picks.
Well, I thought we do. Are we going to do
daily updates?
I thought we were going to do daily weird.
Like, I mean, I'm bringing my computer too, so
yeah. I mean, I think every day we at least have a check-in with like anybody who's there. If you want to be in the weird off, like I want to see the weirdest books that somebody found every day.
Because then the next day we're gonna have to go and see if we can find it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, or if you can beat it, right? Yeah. Like, and I don't want to compete with Dope, and I don't want to compete with Rich from Big Nasty. Both of those guys can find the weird, and Adam's not going to be there from Up and Adam, but man, he can find some weird stuff too.
Yeah, other than that, what there's
our White Claw costume, we'd look like the Duff guys from the Simpsons theme park. Surly looks out for one guy. Surly. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I can say is like, you know, make sure you're subbed to our channels because we could go live at any second. I have no plan. I think it's going to be
going live on the floor.
Yeah. And I can see myself running away. Like when it gets really busy, I'm going to be like, I'm going to need a break. So I'll head over to the room and that's when I might like show some books or just talk about something. Oh, I'm taking a nap, baby. Midday. Old man naps are important.
I ain't got time for that. I'll do that when I'm dead.
And
Especially
you're
if we're
old.
going to be up to 9 or 10 o'clock
No,
at
I'm
night.
older than all you guys.
Yeah, you're older. How do you not need a nap?
If I'm staying up late, like 9 or 10,
No.
I'm going to have a nap.
Late, like 9 or 10. I mean, I got no problem staying up till midnight, but yeah, I will need a nap, man. Yeah, well, JSS, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Sub all these guys up. Go follow Cait on Instagram. She's awesome. And if you're at Heroes, please shoot a message on Instagram or something, because I'd love to just meet as many people
look
as
for the
possible.
4 geeks wearing the same shirt.
Oh yeah, we're gonna dress alike every day because we're cool. And
I love that.
and we're gonna have a lot of cool pictures of that stuff. So I'm excited. And I see. Here's the thing: I've got a case of White Claw and a bottle of Scotch that I'm bringing with me because I don't like paying bar prices. But I plan to do plenty of drinking. I might go in that bar, but I might sneak my own claws in.
You know how wild it's going to be in the hotel lobby if they don't have White Claw there and they see all these cans of White Claw people are drinking, walking around. Like, what in the hell is going on?
From the comics.
Yeah. Who knew comic book people loved White Claw?
Now, this might be the footage that gets us that sponsorship.
That's right. We're
there.
still looking for that White Claw sponsorship. So, White Claw PR, come on, hit us up. We're doing what we can. All right. Thank you to everybody who's been here in the chat. Guys, thanks as always for being here. Cait, thank you for being here. Nobody leave, but I'm going to click the stop button. So, all right. We'll see you guys at Heroes or